Hey everyone, it's Michael or Equinox Doodles, and I want to take this moment to thank you all for listening to our podcast. It really means a lot to us that you are taking the time out of your day, or maybe taking some time in your day, to listen to us ramble about bad fanfiction or some good fan works. If you haven't already, make sure that you are following us on social media. You can find us on Twitter and on Facebook at SYTYCFanon. That's SYTYCFanon. Make sure that you are following us there so that way you can get updates on merchandise or updates on episodes and all that good stuff, as well as maybe getting your name in some future credits. We're going to start doing shoutouts pretty soon that are going to be thrown into the mix. All you have to do is interact with our posts on Twitter and on Facebook to get your name shouted out. Or you can also do a little Twitter hashtag, which is hashtag SYTYCFanon, hashtag SYTYCFanon. We're going to start looking for those and shouting the people out in there. And you might end up as an NPC later on in the 20 on the Dice Throw special. So make sure that you are doing that. You can also send us fanfiction requests or fanfiction suggestions at any time on those socials. And you can also DM it to us if you happen to catch us on Discord or Twitter or any other social media platform that will allow you to communicate with us. I'm now going to take this moment to quickly shout out our sponsors today. Making a podcast is a lot of hard work, believe me, I know. However, this wouldn't have been possible without the help of Anchor. And if you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Allow me to explain. It's free, there's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer, and Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can also make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership, which is how we're able to run these ads and still get a little bit of revenue back. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. So go download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. That's anchor.fm or the Anchor app to get started.
Hello, and welcome back to So You Think You Can Fanon. Today, we are going back to Chain of Memories. I missed last week, so I'm going to be very excited to not know what's going on. Not that I knew what was going on when I didn't miss anything, but let's introduce my fellow hosts. Today we have Equinox Johnson.
That's not my name.
I don't know what you mean. It is now.
Roxas Jonathan Hunter.
Roxas Jonathan Hunter.
My second middle name is in fact Jonathan.
Oh, really?
Do you have two middle names? No, you don't.
So I'm Roxas Hunter, and my middle names are Jonathan the.
Oh, okay. I thought you were being serious for half a second. I was like,
no, I don't actually have two middle names.
And
we have Mr. The Rockty.
Yes, hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoa.
Or as they knew him back in the Gulf War, Mr. The Rockty Cockty Johnson.
Big Dick Mick.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the next installment of Chain of Memories. Are you? Is anybody ready for this?
I am ready. I'm always excited to read Chain of Memories. As I was going to say before I forgot, I was going to say something, but I remember Jake was doing the intro. I will give them a bit of a recap of chapters 5 and 6. If I remember correctly, Xavier, Sora's friends Xavier and Sky are dead. Killed by Sora's sister.
So, no. Xavier died to Sora's sister. Brutally and horribly, I might add.
How?
His guts were lost in a tragic accident with a vicious blade.
Is that the name of her weapon, or are you just describing it? Because that sounds like a Mike for you weapon.
What?
We're gonna have to cut this out of the episode real quick, unless you want it to be in it. But they just announced they just announced King of Fighters 15.
Yeah.
Neat.
Did they do the trailer today?
Yeah, first official reveal: King of Fighters 15 and Samurai Showdown.
Oh, I'm excited.
Season Pass 3.
I'm excited. All right, let's keep going. So what happened?
So I'm looking through here. So Sky was the brother of Xavier.
Yes.
And I think what happens is I think what happens is either they get... No, that's right. Dark Riku fucking mind controls Sky. Yep, he just mind controls Sky. And I think Sky dies brutally as well at some point. But the important thing is Sora meets a dude whose name is Rain. And Rain is a friend of Sora's dad.
Oh, also they showed up at what is Mike Frenian calling it? Hollow Town?
Radiant
no.
Town.
Radiant Town.
Yeah, Radiant Town.
Yeah, so they went to Radiant Town and they went to presumably Hollow Bastion, where they ran into Dark Riku, who proceeded to trounce them. And then they ran into Sora's sister, and then Sora just, like, killed her.
Yeah, he's like,
care.
I can't kill my best friend, but I will kill my sister in cold blood.
Oh yeah, and then he took a fat nap afterwards, I think.
Now, I'd just like to point out, he doesn't kill his sister. Mike Freeney explicitly states that Scarlet's body is destroyed forever.
He got Horace.
So he kills him.
No, he
His
super
sister
kills her.
Is basically as dead as Horus is in Warhammer 40,000, which is,
Which
if you
is
know
very-
how dead that is, it's as dead as you can be dead in a work of literary fiction.
Okay, so what you're telling me is that Sora not evaporate, fucking, like, Thanos his own sister.
Yeah.
But this time it's permanent for realsies.
Isn't she
Well,
back?
he only did it
I feel like she
no,
comes back.
No, not from what I've read so far.
Okay, alright.
But yeah,
I
he
thought
uses
you
the-
told me that she came back.
This is a weird-ass book club.
Yeah. Alright. Okay.
Who the fuck is Black
Shall we
Rose?
begin?
You'll find out.
Oh.
We'll
Okay.
find out. Alright.
Alright. Chapter 7. Dark Riku versus Shadow.
Who's reading this? I'm excited. Can I read the first page?
Yeah, go ahead. Knock yourself
ahead,
out.
Alright.
We'll
I'm
pop-
glad you're excited.
We'll popcorn.
All right. Dark Riku watches Sora and Rain from Castle Twilight. Yeah, that's what Hollow Bastion is called. Castle Twilight. I wonder who the guy in black is. Black Rose walks up to Dark Riku. Wait, hold on, Matt. Haven't we seen Black Rose, or this is our first time we're being
This is
introduced
our first
to
time,
him?
I
I've
think.
never heard of Black Rose. Hold on.
Actually, let me pull up the doc I had for the notes I was making.
Can-
There
be-
is,
be-
I have
because
never
I-
seen Black Rose before, and they're just
'Cause I-
quietly introducing him.
Because I feel like in 5 and 6 there was because Dark Riku's working for like King Chud or whatever, and I think
No,
there's
there's-
another person.
Yeah, there's no
With
mention
them.
of Black Rose to my knowledge. Like, this is the first time we're meeting Black Rose. Which, can I say,
Yeah,
is
no.
if it wasn't tied to this book, would probably be a cool name. But not for a person.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I agree.
If it was for, like, a group, then yes. If it was, but since it's to a person, it sucks ass.
Oh, that's right. The big thing in Chapter 5. Sora gets his memories back.
All of them?
Because Rain... All of his memories, because Rain said Angel's name one time, and all of Sora's memories came back. So the Sora we're dealing with from this point forward has all of his memories trademark.
Man, I wish that was, like, part of the story. We got, like, so many fucking pages that could have been developed for this whole entire plot point of getting back your memories.
See, Chain of Memories is an interesting work of fiction because on a single page everything can happen and also nothing can happen. All at the
Everything
same time.
happens, and then it is written in such a way that it doesn't matter. And I'm just letting you know, Rain, the super important character who promised Sora's father that he would take care of his son and guide him and tutor him through life.
Done none of them.
You'll find out. Okay,
Also,
chapter
I love
7.
that.
Please.
Yeah.
go.
So Black Rose himself walks up to Dark Riku. I can tell you, there's only one person who can wield that blade, the sister blade, to the legendary Shadow Blade. Sora's older
Shadow
brother.
What are you
the
gonna name your
Shadow
sword,
Blade.
sir? I'm gonna name it the Shadow Blade. Isn't your
The
name
sister,
Shadow?
the sister
No.
blade to the shadow blade.
Ah, I
No,
see.
Shadow Blade is a descriptive. It is not the name.
Then what the fuck is the name of the
Yeah,
blade?
yeah, okay,
You'll
so...
find out, you'll find out.
Alright, hold on, I'm deciphering this. So, I'm assuming he's saying that if I'm correct, the ultimate blade is the sister blade to the Shadow Sword or whatever, and Sora's older brother is the only one who can wield it?
Well, Sora has
Maybe.
2 blades, though.
Yeah, the
Sora
ultimate
has
blade
2
and the
blades.
Oblivion blade.
Yes.
I remember that part.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
No, we're not going to. Okay. Riku speaking, because I can figure that out at least. Really, the Shadow Blade. What kind of blade is that the legend foretells? Only the person with the cursed mark of darkness can possess the legendary Shadow Blade.
Okay, now correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we've had back and forth conversation without any punctuation between it yet.
I like the semicolon.
Really, the Shadow Blade? What kind of blade is that? And then nothing, no anything. It is the other person talking as part of the same sentence.
I see. So if that was the sister blade, that is Sora's brother. That means Sora is the one with the cursed mark of darkness. Dark Riku's eyes widen. Dark Riku tightens his fist, looking back at Sora and Rain. I must finish him now. Settle down, Riku. We will destroy Sora soon. Sora must first make it through Radiant Town. Once through Radiant Town, Sora will reach Castle Twilight, and we will finish Sora off. He's capitalizing Radiant Town, but not Castle Sora. Not Castle Sora, Castle Twilight.
Castle Sora, my new favorite part.
That's what it's
dark-
called, Castle Sora.
New
A dark
leak.
portal opens. Dark Riku walks out of it. So you must be Sora's older brother.
Wait,
I've
you
heard
skipped a paragraph, bro.
Did
Yeah.
I? Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
sorry. No, it's time
How
to test
dare
Sora's
you.
brother's true power. Now go, Riku. Finish them all off. The dark figure walks towards Sora's old village. So it seems Sora's barely improved. Sora hasn't even been able to use the legendary eye. Sora's starting to be able to see the blind spots behind him. But there's no scene in killing little Sora yet anyways, laughing.
Yeah, I feel like we could have skipped that paragraph anyways, and we would have lost nothing of value.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Yes, you could have.
A dark portal
Alright,
opens.
hold
Dark
on. Give me just a
Riku.
minute.
A dark portal has
Keep reading
opened.
if you want.
The can of Dark Riku walks out of it. So you must be Sora's older brother I've heard so much about. The dark figure turns around facing Dark Riku. So you are the wielder of the darkness, Riku. Dark Riku pulls out 2 dark blades, one in each hand, in the ready stance. The dark figure grins. You want to fight me? Shadow takes off his hood, pulling out the blade of death, creating a huge gust of wind. Dark Riku grins. Very impressive. Pulling back one of the dark blades, glowing black and dark purple, and brings it forward using a dark wave. Shadow brings up his other hand, smacking the dark wave away. His dark hand doing a dark smack. Dark Riku appears in front of Shadow
I'm gonna
with the
fucking
dark
dark
blade
smack you
pulled
across
back.
the face, dude.
Dark Riku swings one of the dark blades at Shadow. Shadow dodges to the side, kneeing Dark Riku in the dark guts. Dark Riku's eyes widen. Shadow uppercuts Dark Riku and smashes his palm. Would someone like to read the next page?
Into Dark Riku's guts, Dark Riku flies backward on his feet. Shadow appears behind Dark Riku, swinging the blade of death at Dark Riku. Dark Riku. That's a comma. That's not even a period. Why do you have to repeat the same name? Dark Riku spins around, blocking the blade of death with one of the dark blades. Dark Riku swings the other dark blade at Shadow. Shadow steps backwards, dodging the dark blade. Dark Riku disappears and reappears behind Shadow, swinging one of the dark blades at Shadow. Okay, hold on. I have heard of the phrase tall, dark, and handsome. I think Michael Freeney would instead use the phrase tall, dark, 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 dark,
And Riku.
and darkly handsome.
Shadowy.
Don't forget the most important descriptor of them all.
Dark.
Landmass.
I keep saying this, but I feel like, I swear, this is just like, he really wanted to make like a comic or a manga, and he just couldn't because he, that's too much money for
Can't
him.
draw.
Wait, hold on. Important phrase coming up. Shadow turns around faster than the speed of light. Kicking
fuck.
the dark blade up, Shadow
Into the
punches Dark
stratosphere?
Riku in the face. Dark Riku flies full speed backwards, crashing through a house
Yeah, they're in Sora's old village. Remember? That
Didn't this village burn down?
Oh, that's true. I mean, it could be ruined.
You're asking a lot of questions you don't want the answer to.
I'm imagining like Mike Freeney fights are like a Sentai fight. Like, you know how like they'll start off in like the cafe or whatever, they transform, then all of a sudden they're in a new location. But instead of that, every like 5 seconds they're jump cutting to a new location when somebody just gets thrown into some random background object.
You see, this is what you call transformative writing, where the landscape transforms into land masses of the author's choosing at any point in time.
He snaps his fingers and you become a landmass.
Dark Riku gets back up, the debris falls off his back. Talking in his head, shoot, I forgot Sora's brother has no blind spots. I must be more careful.
He's got the Sharingan, he got the Byakugan, 360-degree vision.
The Shakugan.
Ultra instinct, baby.
He's got one Byakugan and one Sharingan.
Dark Riku pulls back the Midnight Ash Blades and charges at Shadow, bringing down one of the Midnight Ash. Can't even keep a straight face, replacing Dark with Midnight Ash. Shadow pulls up the Blade of Death, cutting Dark Riku in half. A fake Dark Riku appears behind Shadow and hits Shadow across the face with one of the...
Okay, yeah, at this point it's just a Naruto. It's just a Naruto fight. He just used the fucking... He just used the fucking Kagebushin no Jutsu. You can't just pull out the Shadow clones and expect me not to fucking recognize it. Hello?
Teleports behind you, nothing personnel.
I'd like to point out the phrasing. It doesn't say Shadow cut a fake Dark Riku in half.
Yeah, he
it
just
says
cuts
he cut
Dark
Dark Riku
Riku
in half, and then a fake Dark Riku appears behind him, which is terrifying because it implies that from this point forward, Dark Riku is dead.
Dark Riku
and it is his
dead.
clone. It is his clone that survives his lineage.
This is way more interesting, though.
Did you see what I just DM'd you, Sergio?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
It's based.
I'm
Did you just read it?
Yeah.
I was looking. Okay, Matt, I was looking at the second novel in the Horse Heresy books, and I found a review on Amazon that's called probably really good if you're literate, but I've never read a full book before.
He uses the words paratactic, turgid, and extraneous, as well as myriad.
It's just a book about. It's just a book about Warhammer, bro. It's not.
Now,
fucking...
gentlemen, I think we need to give this book, Chain of Memories, the respect it deserves, and not interrupt a reading of it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I just thought that was so funny.
I just think it's.
Anyways.
I think it's way more interesting that Dark Riku is now a clone from the hen's point forward.
Yeah, he's just dead.
Yeah,
Don't
Rand's
worry
dead.
about it.
Riku fucking died.
Shadow flies forward, turning around, sliding on his feet. Not bad, but not good enough, young one. Shadow slams the Blade of Death.
Why did he
through
sound
the
like Guy
ground.
Fieri?
Because that's what Shadow sounds like. Shut up.
I want to take you to Flavor Town.
I'm gonna take you to Flavor Town, bitch.
Is
Here,
it
how
bad?
about-
Is it bad that at the end of this paragraph, my mind was like, his eyes are gonna widen, aren't they?
Through the ground as it pops up underneath Dark Riku's feet.
Dark Riku's eyes widen.
And he jumps in the air, dodging the Blade of Death. Shadow appears in front of Dark Riku, swinging the Blade of Death at Dark Riku. Wait, hold on. So, I'm imagining this fight in my mind, and that's, kind of cool that Dark Riku, flips up and dodges the blade. So did the blade go back into the ground?
I guess.
Did Shadow just rip the blade out of the ground?
I think that's
and
way
I was about
cooler.
to rip ass on Dark Riku? What's
the
going
latter,
on here?
I think the latter is way cooler.
I guess that's the magic of Mike Freeney's writing. You're free to interpret it however you
Yeah.
want.
He free wills you to enjoy a shonen anime fight without able to give you visuals.
I think the evolution of this is you just say one
Just
guy
watch
hit the
the
other
average
guy.
Naruto fight.
Yeah.
No, that's too far. That's too much of a. I changed my answer. Watch the average Boruto fight. Saying Naruto fight gives him too much credit.
You know that like meme image of like the little girl and she's like crying while like drawing with her crayon. That's like imagine if this was a comic and Zoltar is trying to transcribe this fight scene into a drawing.
I feel so bad. Part of me is like, I really want to see how this would look as a comic, because I feel like this would be way better. But at the same time, I don't think I would be taking it seriously at all, and I feel like this is a significantly more enjoyable version.
Well, you know how like when you write a comic, the writer hands the artist like the script and like what he wants to be in it. You would be handed this though.
Yeah, no, the thing is that I have written comic scripts. If you were handed this, you would be literally confused.
Yeah, but Michael, the difference is you can write. You're literate.
That's true. I mean, I don't want to be mean towards the author, but that's not how you write a comic book script at all.
Well,
that's
no,
not
I
even
think
how you
Sergio's
write.
comment must have been about the illiterate Warhammer reviewer. That could be his only target.
Right.
Well, no, I'm saying that this isn't a comic script. What I'm saying is, if this was a comic, this book, this is essentially what would be handed to you, and you just have to make sense of it.
All right.
Yeah.
Final note about that. I would be very interested to see what Michael Freeney would do if he had access to a comic to create. That would be quite neat. It might actually make the fight scenes really cool. Who knows? All right. So, Dark Riku jumps, dodges, Blade of Death. Blade of Death tries to hit him. Dark Riku. Okay, here we go. Dark Riku blocks. He said it. He didn't say Blade of Death. He said it.
Is that better or worse?
He did it. He used it instead of saying Dark Riku blocks the Blade of Death with one of the dark blades. The blades hit a wave of energy. Wait, they hit, but he just blocked. What? Okay, the blades hit a wave of energy, knocks Dark Riku to the ground, sliding on his back. Shadow lands back on the ground facing Dark Riku. Dark Riku gets back up. Dark Riku pulls back one of the dark blades, glowing black and dark purple, and uses Dark Thunder. Shadow grins, smacking the Dark Thunder to the side with his hand as it blows up behind Shadow. Dark Riku talks in his head. Damn it, how can anyone beat this guy if his eyes can read everything I do? Shadow appears in front of Dark Riku, kneeing Dark Riku in the guts. Dark Riku eyes widen. When he says eyes widen at this point, I can only assume it's not like the stereotypical your eyes like slightly widen. I'm thinking like a Gmod animation
Every
where your
time
eyes blast out of your head.
every time the eyes widen, the eyes pop out a little more.
Don't go back.
Fucking Beanie
Yeah,
Baby.
it plays like a Looney Tunes like wow 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 wow.
I'm
imagining like the Squidward picture, like the meme they use with the meme with his eyes closed and then open.
Oh yeah, that.
We just had 4 Dark Rikus in the same sentence.
That's a lot of Dark Riku.
All right, who wants to read the page 32, the next page?
I will. Sora never did pick the strongest friends, yet have his best friend betrayed him. Dark Riku hesitates. Dark Riku sees a flashback of him and Sora in hero school. Dark Riku falls to one knee, holding his head in pain. Sora, what have I done? I didn't know clones had their memories. Dark Riku eyes widen. Not even... Okay. Silence, you fool. You belong to the darkness now. Rai regains control. I don't know who that is. Dark Riku glows black and dark purple and starts to stand up. I never betrayed Sora.
What?
It was Sora who betrayed me. Dark Riku tightens his grip on the dark blades.
Isn't that the character from The World Ends With You?
I think
think
it was
it's
supposed to be
Riku.
Rain. Was it supposed to be Rain?
Maybe.
No, I think what happened was he tried to use the name Dark Riku again, but what happened was in that exact moment, a tiny particle of gamma rays flashed through Michael Freeney's brain, and it momentarily replaced Dark Riku with the character Rai from The World Ends With You.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Dark Riku glows even more black and dark purple. Overflowing with power, the ground shakes. I am 100 times more powerful than Sora. Shadow looks in surprise. You still don't have the power to defeat me. Why don't you back to that little weak village you call home? I will destroy everything that village ever held.
Michael,
Why is he surprised?
Is it bad that I was still on the first paragraph when you were reading glows even more black and dark purple, and I just thought you were spicing up the words?
No, I don't spice up the reads here. Dark Riku appears in front of Shadow, swinging the dark blades at Shadow as Shadow dodges them. Semicolon. Shadow punches Dark Riku across the face and
I
kicks
love
Dark
the
Riku.
semicolons.
Kicks Dark Riku backwards, crashing through an empty house. The
That's
ground
two
starts to
houses
shake. The
so
pieces
far.
of the broken house fly in different directions. Dark
Of
Riku
course they
glows
did.
black and dark purple.
Yeah.
Shadow appears in front of Dark Riku. They swing their blades at each other, blocking each time. Too many openings you have, Riku. Shadow knees Dark Riku in the guts. His eyes didn't widen this time. And kicks Dark Riku backwards on his feet. Shadow pulls back the blade of death, glowing black, and rings it down using a death wave. It hits Dark Riku, knocking Dark Riku through 5 empty houses.
Okay, hold on. Two notes.
7 empty houses count.
2 openings you have, Riku. Did Shadow get possessed by the ghost of Yoda for 1 sentence?
Too many openings you have, Riku.
2. When you read 5, I immediately had the vision in my mind of Nick 5-knuckle shit shuffling Shadow from the ground.
Oh,
Yeah, just the
Those of you-
5-knuckle shit shuffle.
For those of you who don't know, Nick is a friend of ours. He is a big man, and he has a special fighting technique called the 5-knuckle shit shuffle. And it is so powerful it has killed at least 12 people.
How would you say that the Nick Richardson 5-knuckle shit shuffle compares to the Nick redacted last name kidney destruction? Oops.
Well, I think you have to realize that the 5-knuckle shit shuffle it is an attack directed at your asshole that goes through your kidney first to attack the asshole.
I didn't know the actual lore behind the shit shuffle. All I just thought it was just a funny punch that you do. I didn't know that you would fucking break through someone's kidneys just to reach their asshole.
Yeah, no, he thinks the word prolapse is hilarious.
I don't blame him.
the word prolapse is hilarious. What do you mean, thanks?
I didn't say I agreed or
it's
disagreed.
It's a pretty funny word, just like the word snickerdoodle.
Okay, let's get to the end of this page because we have some other bullshit to get through.
Dark Riku gets up bleeding a little bit. Damn it. There's no way I can lose. Shadow appears in front of Dark Riku, swinging the blade of death at Dark Riku. Dark Riku holds up the dark blades, blocking the blade of death, creating a wave of energy. Dark Riku pulls back one of the dark blades back and swings it down at Shadow's feet. Shadow steps on the dark blade, pinning it down, and punches Dark Riku across the face. Okay, I guess he's holding that blade in one hand. Semicolon. Shadow knees Dark Riku in the guts. Dark Riku's eyes widen, finally. Falling to his hands and knees, breathing hard.
Jake,
Alright, do you want to read this
page?
next one, Jacob, or me?
It's your turn, Jake.
I got it. Shadow turns the blade of death around, bending back a little and uppercuts Dark Riku, kicking him backwards, crashing into a stone wall. Dark Riku talks in his head, damn it, how can this be? How can I lose to Sora's older brother? It is I who
Number
owns the
15.
darkness.
Number 15.
Number 15. Dark Riku goes black. Dark Riku goes black and dark purple, and the ground shakes. Dark Riku pulls back the dark blade, brings it forward, using black and dark purple dragons. Shadow holds the blade up the blade of death, holding the huge blast in place. The blast starts to push Shadow back. Shadow jumps over the blast, landing on the back on the ground, facing Dark Riku. Shadow opens his legendary eyes. A giant landmass behind Dark Riku is crushed. Dark Riku's eyes widen wide. Shadow appears behind Dark Riku and punches Dark Riku across the face, flying backwards through an empty gift stand. Dark Riku appears in front of Shadow, swinging one of the dark blades at Shadow. Shadow dodges it and knees Dark Riku in the guts. Dark Riku falls on his hands and knees, talking in his head, no way, this can't be happening. Shadow steps a few feet back, pulling out back the blade of death glowing black. It brings down using Dark Heaven. Dark Heaven?
Semicolon.
Okay. Semicolon. Dark Riku gets up and looks up as the blast hits Dark Riku, crashing through a giant landmass. Shadow appears a few feet from Dark Riku as Dark Riku gets up breathing hard and picks up the Dark Blades. Game over Riku. Shadow power kicks Dark Riku in the left arm, breaking it, dropping one of the Dark Blades, falling to his knees. Isn't that what happens at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2?
I wouldn't
Dark
know.
Riku drops the other Dark Blade and holds his arm in pain. No, curse you, Shadow. I can't. I must go on. Must retreat. A dark portal appears under Dark Riku. Dark Riku slinks into the ground as well as the Dark Blade. Shadow puts the Blade of Death on his back, turning around, weakling, and disappears. Weakling and disappears?
Quotation marks.
Wait.
Quotation mark. So it looks like Riku failed against Sora's older brother. How do we control him? Says one of the dark figures.
Is this proper oh my god.
Oh my
There's
god.
no need to worry. So she
Oh
was
my
like
God.
crying. There's no need to worry about Sora's older brother right now. First we will take care of Sora and his friends, said another dark figure. Our leader should have gathered enough information on Sora and his village. Is this Akatsuki or Organization 13?
You wrote like a normal person.
He wrote like a normal person for
It's gone.
one
It's
paragraph.
It's gone.
Okay.
Oh wait, no. Okay. No,
I'll
because
read
it
this.
continues on. It continues on.
I'll read this.
Wait, hold on. I have a question. Who's Jaleesa? I forgot.
If,
I don't fucking know.
don't you know Jaleesa, the well-known childhood friend of Sora?
Is that Angel?
Another one?
Yeah, Jaleesa, she was first mentioned back in,
Isn't Angel dead?
No, Jaleesa is not Angel.
No, isn't Angel dead?
No, she's alive.
Huh.
She's just missing. Sora's trying to find her.
Oh.
Well, he
that's the
didn't
plot.
remember that she existed last chapter, so we have to give him, a little bit of breathing room. He just figured that out.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Alright, if Riku can't defeat Sora, have Jaleesa meet Sora in Radiant Town, and we will get Jaleesa back.
I
Said the
see
fu-
you mark this as important.
Yes,
Does this
because
come up
Jaleesa is
later?
important. She becomes important. Said the final dark figure. Oh no, he lost the power of the quotation marks, no!
No, he gets it back. No.
Only
Our
important
plan
characters have
will
quotation
not
marks.
fail. Dark Riku appears in the recovery room on his knees. Damn, such power. I'm sorry, I shouldn't stop it. I shouldn't stop him, Masters? What?
I couldn't. I think he meant I couldn't.
I couldn't stop him. No need to worry, Riku. We were only testing Shadow's power. Your job is to take out Sora, said one of the dark figures. Although as of now, you're in no condition to fight, so we will take care of Sora's friend, said the other dark figure. It ends very soon. Very soon. It ends soon, very soon.
Very soon.
Alright, mind if I read the first page of this next chapter?
Wait, chapter 8, Rain versus Sora?
Question mark.
Yes.
Alright, this one's a fucking shitter. I'm warning you.
How big are we talking?
I just want you to remember
It's 4.
Is this a
everything
five-knuckle shit shuffle?
that we've suffered through for the past 7
I
chapters.
scrolled
and just
down and I see the phrase "What the fuck happened" written into the book. So
That, yeah. Don't spoil yourself. Don't spoil yourself. I just want you to all take into your hearts
I
what we
hate your
had to suffer
handwriting,
through for the
Matt.
past
I'm not
7
sorry.
chapters.
I
I know.
Alright, go
Every
ahead.
time you see it. Alright. Sora and Wayne walk up to a sign that says Radiant Town. Well, it looks like we finally made it, Sora. Yes, it looks like we should find a place to rest up. You go ahead, Sora. I'm going to look around a little bit. Alright, sounds good. See you around. Sora heads to a place to rest. Rain walks... Didn't he just tell Sora to go take a look?
shut up.
Sora needs another power nap. He just murdered another sibling.
Rain walks up to a food stand and grabs something to eat. Get used to this, by the way. Get used to people grabbing something to eat at a food stand. I should go check the info board to learn more about Castle Twilight. That might help Sora. Rain walks towards the center of town to the information board. There it is. Rain walks up to the information board and reads it. Nothing I don't already know. I must consult with Sora the Wise more on this dark mystery. Just a reminder, Sora the Wise is a different person than Sora entirely. They're
Well,
not the
it's,
same
it's
person.
it's gonna be revealed that Sora the Wise is Sora from the future or something.
Okay.
No.
How much you want to bet that that's gonna happen? That Sora the Wise is Sora from the future?
I think it's just gonna be unrelated, and that's gonna be the funny thing.
Do you think that like after like this series ends, it's going to be revealed that Sora the Wise was actually Sora from the future, and that this is all like a locked time loop of him trying to save the world?
Like he's trapped in hell trying to escape and he can't.
No, he's
Michael,
it's essentially he's in the bad future, so he's trying to talk to the past self so we can make sure that the bad future doesn't happen, but it just keeps fucking happening.
Mike Freeney's brain isn't big enough.
I mean, all right.
Yeah.
If that happens, if it's revealed that Sora the Wise was actually had like some stake in the plot other than just being a different Sora, we can officially agree that J.K. Rowling is not the worst, is the worst writer, and that Michael
I don't
Thomas
know what
Freeney
you're saying,
is
man. Mike
better.
Freeney blows her dumb ass out of the water. This is way more fun to read than Harry Potter.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
but
see-
in terms of planning,
Because see, like Mike Freeney's progressive pronouns, don't even use them.
Yeah, he's somehow
use their
managed to
name
defeat
every
all
time.
pronouns.
You can't
What
offend
sex
anybody
or
if you use
gender
their
is
name every
Black Rose?
time.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. He's a flower.
Last point I will make before I go on, because we should probably try to stop shitting around too much, but there's just an information board in the middle of this town that has any information at all about that evil castle that super fantasy Nazis are in.
Matt,
that just have
it's got the first 7 chapters posted on it.
it's got like a help wanted sign, or like one of those like papers that has like little terrible slips off of it, and it's just like, want to become a Nazi? Join now, and it's just like a little like slip with like a phone number to fucking Castle Twilight.
All right. Hey, you standing there by the board, I'm talking to you. Rain turns around. Sora, it's you. I thought
The letter U.
we're resting. What are you talking about? I've been looking for you. Sora pulls out the blades. Sora disappears and appears in front of Rain, swinging the Oblivion Blade at Rain. Rain holds out the cutting moon, blocking the Oblivion Blade. Sora, what's gotten into you? Shut up and fight. Sora turns I thought it said Sora turns into the Ultimate Blade, and I was about to have a lot more questions, but no, he just turns the Ultimate Blade around, slamming it into Rain's guts. Rain falls backwards, breaking the information board. Rain gets back up,
Big man.
talking in his head. That's the 3rd time now. Damn, what's gotten into Sora? Something's wrong with his eyes. He's being controlled. I must free Sora. Sora appears in front of Rain, rapidly swinging the blades at Rain. Rain blocks them all with the cutting moon. I'm not sure if it's harder to read Rain over and over again or Dark Riku over and over again.
Rain is at least one letter. Or one word.
Dark
Yeah,
Riku's
it's
like a
like
giant
one
dumpster
syllable.
truck flying at you. You see it coming. Rain, you don't, though. Rain can just get lost in the translation.
Dark Riku. When?
Sora lowers the ultimate blade at the last second. Rain blocks it with the cutting moon. Sora hits Rain across the face with the side of the Oblivion Blade and kicks Rain backwards, crashing into a wall of a small building. Now, wait a minute, it just occurred to me. When he says the side of his blade, does he mean like he slapped him with the flat end of it?
Yeah,
Like, instead of
Yeah, I guess.
Instead of cutting him with the blade in a lethal injury, he just bitch slaps him with a piece of metal. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's significantly more Chad move. Also, if Sora's being controlled, why don't they just have Sora kill himself? Have you ever, like, it's so easy. Like, if they can control Sora and make him evil, and their whole purpose is to defeat Sora, why don't they just fucking have him kill himself?
They explain that. Don't worry. That actually gets addressed. Sora appears in
Okay.
front of. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So he kicks him backwards, crashing into a wall of a small building. Rain gets up. Pieces of the small building fall off his back. Well, if it's a fight you want darkness, then it's a fight you'll get. There is only one way to free Sora. Beat the darkness out of him.
Cracks belt. I'm gonna beat the darkness out of you.
Rain pulls back the cutting moon and charges at Sora. Now that's more like it. Sora gets in a ready position. Rain gets closer to Sora. Rain disappears and reappears behind Sora. Sora's eyes widen. Rain kicks Sora across the face. Sora flies forward, face first on the ground. Come on, Sora, get up! Rain jumps above Sora, pointing the cutting moon down at Sora. The cutting moon closes in on Sora. Sora rolls to the side, dodging the cutting moon. Sora then kicks Rain in the side. Rain flies backwards on the ground. Wait, flies backwards on the ground. That's kind of antithetical to flying, isn't it?
Yeah, you kind of can't be on the ground if you're flying.
He's slightly levitating above the
Wait,
floor.
No. He probably just kicked the ground underneath him with him, so he's just floating along this piece of ground.
Ah, yes. I, too, create platforms.
Sora flips back up. Rain appears in front of Sora and goes to stab Sora. Sora dodges to the side and rises up the Oblivion Blade, knocking the cutting moon up. Sora turns the ultimate blade around, slamming it into Rain's guts. Rain's eyes widen. How much more can this poor man's guts take? Sora,
My guts are beaten
Sora-
and bruised.
Oh god, no, Sora power kicks Rain in the guts. No! Rain
First you've
flies
been
backwards,
stabbed.
sliding on his feet. Rain regains his footing. Sora runs at full speed towards Rain. Rain pulls back the cutting moon. Come on, Sora, show me what you got. Rain, he's showing you what he's got, buddy. You're gonna fucking rip your guts out. Sora then uses light speed, appearing in front of Rain. Rain's eyes widen. No way! Try this on for size. Sora turns the
Whoa.
Oblivion... What?
He keeps
What was
turning
that?
the Oblivion Blade around.
No, he turns the blades, both blades around, and continually hits Rain in the guts.
So
Sora's-
you're just using the hilt to fucking jab into his guts.
Yeah, this is the Giga Lad Sora strategy. Instead of cutting people with your terrifying legendary blades, you spin them around and just baby rage on their guts, pounding into them endlessly. Sora slams the
This book's
Oblivion
a
Blade into
train
Rain's
wreck.
face. Rain flies backwards, crashing into a side of a building. Rain falls onto his hands and knees, breathing hard. How can Sora be this fast all of a sudden? I know Sora hasn't unlocked his true power yet. I must stop the darkness at all cost. Rain gets up with Sora nowhere in sight. Where did Sora go? The ground begins to shake right here. Sora pops out from the ground in front of Rain. How do you learn to do that?
Naruto.
What method are they employing?
Naruto.
Do they have a jutsu by
Yeah.
chance?
Yeah. No, it's not a
Kage
jutsu, it's a
Nobushi.
technique.
Yeah, he
called
pops on the
grounding.
ground. He did it with Neji.
Uppercutting Rain with the back of the Oblivion Blade. You think this is just like the Neji Naruto fight, except it's a model swap with them, and that's why it's all punching and blunt attacks, because instead of animating the
Yeah.
blades, you just punch them with the pommels.
Yeah.
Sora appears in front of Rain and grabs Rain by the neck, throwing Rain to the ground at full speed. Rain crashes into the ground. Sora lands on the ground. The ground starts to shake. As debris flies everywhere, Sora dodges the loose debris. If he said ground one more time, I was going to shit.
Nice semicolon.
Yes, semicolon. Rain appears in front of Sora, punching Sora across the face. Sora slides backwards on his feet. No, it won't end like this, Sora. I will find out why this is happening. I promise you, I won't lose you. I feel set you free. That U was the letter U again, by the way.
I feel set you free.
I feel set you free. Rain swings the cutting moon at Sora. Sora blocks it with the Oblivion Blade. You've gotten weaker since the last time we fought, or I am simply stronger than you, Rain. Sora goes to elbow Rain in the face. Rain pulls back the cutting moon and dodges to the side. Rain slams the side of the cutting moon into Sora's guts. Rain kicks Sora backwards. So riveting. So exciting. Who wants to read the next page?
I will. What's page 36, right?
Yeah, the
37.
cutting
Sorry,
moon glows.
I read 36.
The cutting moon glows white.
Yeah, the cutting moon glows white and red. Rain pulls it back and uses white lightning. The blast hits Sora dead. Written and directed by Ryan Johnson. On, knocking Sora backwards through 3 small buildings.
Screw
Is
the
that all
land
you-
Apostrophe.
No more land
Is
masses,
that all-
only buildings.
Yeah, the building's 3 smalls. Is that all you got, darkness? The ground underneath Rain shakes. Nice try. The same trick won't work twice. Rain jumps in the air. That's because it's not. Rain turns around in shock. I read that as that's because it's not Rain, as never mind. Turns around in shock. Sora slams the Oblivion Blade into Rain's guts. Blood flies from Rain's mouth.
Baseball bat swung it.
Sora slams the blades on Rain's back. Rain falls full speed, crashing into the ground. Not light speed, just full speed.
Yeah.
Rain gets up, pieces of rock fall off his back, breathing a little hard. Sora appears in front of Rain and uppercuts Rain with the Oblivion Blade. Rain upper kicks Sora. They both do a backflip, landing on their feet. So Rain, this is the best you can do. I am not impressed.
I love this weird indent.
Yeah, that's why I wrote out in all capitals, what the fuck happened? Because there's just a weird break in the middle of the paragraph that has no reason to exist.
Rain slams the cutting moon into the ground. The cutting moon pops up underneath Sora. Sora jumps backwards, dodging the cutting moon. Rain appears in front of Sora, swinging the cutting moon at Sora. Sora dodges the cutting moon, while blocking the cutting moon with the blades. Take this! Sora locks the cutting moon in place with the blades. Rain goes to punch Sora. Sora letting go of the cutting moon. Got you, Rain. Or, no, got you. Rain slams his foot into Sora's guts, and Sora's eyes widen. Rain hits Sora across the face with the side of the cutting moon. Sora flies backwards at full speed, crashing two small buildings. Sora appears a few from Rain, breathing a little hard. Not bad at all, but enough fooling around. It's time for you, singular you, to die, Rain. The whole ground shakes. Sora glows black and silver, meets true power. Sora slams the Oblivion Blade into Rain's guts. Rain's eyes widen and blood flies from Rain's mouth. Rain falls on his hands and knees, breathing hard. he did that! Oh my, he did that again!
Dude, you guys fall on your knees and breathe hard?
Every time that I get hit in the guts, after my eyes widen.
Yeah.
It's over, Sora. Kicks... No, I keep reading it as one time. It's over. Sora kicks Rain up into the air. Sora appears in front of Rain, swinging the Oblivion Blade at you-know-who. Rain barely dodges the Oblivion Blade. Amazing. His speed and power is off the charts. Rain swings the cutting moon at Sora. Sora easily dodges the cutting moon. The blades power up Sora, slams the blades.
It's so hard to find where we are. I want you to know. I lost it for like 10 seconds. It's gone. It's like lost in a sea of people. I know that, but where?
The blades power up.
Oh, there we go.
Sora slams the blades into Rain's back once again, and Rain flies at full speed into the ground. And the blades turn to some ridiculous color.
You know, I think Michael's theory might be coming true as we're reading this, because they're clearly stuck in some godless Groundhog Day time loop in this fight. Because
oh my God.
Same shit keeps happening.
All right, I'll read I'll read the last page of this chapter. I think that
Yeah, this is the last page of the chapter.
Sora points them to the ground and uses twin dragons, semicolon. The two huge blasts hit the ground, exploding, blinding the whole earth. Oh my God, that's a powerful blinding light. Sora lands back on the ground, glowing... Could you guess? Black and silver. Rain slowly climbs out of the huge crater, all bloody. Sora puts the Oblivion Blade on his back and picks up Rain by the neck, pointing the Oblivion... Okay, hold on. Oh, the Ultimate Blade, okay. Pointing the Ultimate Blade at Rain. Die, mortal fool. Rain, what is going on here? Sora's eyes and Rain's eyes widen. Is that you, Sora? Then who is this, a fake Sora? Who is this, a fake? Sora clone throws down Rain. Yes.
So you're telling me real Sora just comes bebopping out from his nap in Town Square?
Sora's just been vibing in a different part of the city.
He's got a walking cane and a cigar in his fucking other hand, and he's just like, "Whoa, what's going on, buddy?"
You think in the background,
Rain's like,
It's just
and then
collateral
Rain's like,
damage.
wait, hold on. This wasn't the real Sora? Dun, dun, dun.
you think in the background when Sora's booking the rooms and they're having a calm talk with elevator music in the background, you see Rain getting fucking murdered outside. He blows up 4 houses on his way by.
How was Sora
And then he
not
crashes through
blinded
like the
by
fucking
light?
he crashes through like the fucking lobby of the hotel, and Sora's just like, yeah, there'll be 2 rooms, please.
Rain was getting thrown through small building. No, sorry, the buildings is 3 smalls. He blinded the entire Earth for a half second, and Sora didn't notice.
Yo, was that a flashbang? Yes, I am nothing more than a copy. But unlike you, I don't have a heart. I'm what the boys call heartless. I don't fear the darkness.
Oh my god.
It must be nice to have memories that are real. Is this a nobody?
No, it's a heartless idiot, obviously.
Because Heartless actually have hearts.
I know, that's the joke.
You son of a bitch.
I could
They're
never
called
get away
heartfuls.
with saying stuff like that. Like, Rain, what's going on here? I can't feel sorrow, nor do I feel pain. I can never be whole with you around. I will be nothing more than a shadow. Was this Shadow Sora? Pog. That's not true. So what if you're someone's creation? Your hard memories may be fake, but the things you are feeling now aren't
is this
fake.
a replica plot? Well, I guess this is Chain of Memories, so...
Probably.
Yeah.
Trust me,
Sora
you don't
replica.
want to do that. The Sora clone's eyes widen and holds his head. What is going on? Who am I? Why am I hesitating to take them out? This can't be. The Sora clone glows. Could you guess? Black and silver? I can't
Damn,
take
bro.
this anymore. This Sora clone puts the
I was thinking
ultimate
purple and
blade-
black, to be honest.
The Sora clone puts the ultimate blade on his back and runs the other way. Wait, come back. Sora runs to Rain, lifting Rain up a little. What happened? I am sorry, Sora. I can no longer follow you. I have done what I could, and I promised your father I would be there until you were ready. I was here for 2 chapters. I believe you are ready to face the darkness.
What?
This is... He's just like, yeah, you've seen the show Steven Universe, right? And Sora's like, yeah. And he's like, all right, you're good. Have fun. And Sora's
Yeah,
just like,
see you, buddy.
what? What?
Hey, I've been training you. You're ready. What? Yeah, you're ready. We haven't even done anything. Yeah.
You're fine.
It's
You
the
came
fucking,
out
like-
here with a walking cane and a cigar. You're ready
It's the
to
fucking
go.
tuxedo mask, dude. It seems my job here is done, but you haven't done anything. And he fucking leaves. Sorry, where was I? Oh yeah. Face the darkness. Goodbye, Sora. It was nice fighting with you. Make your father proud. I ran my course. Rain's eyes close. Dark Riku watches
He's
from
dead?
a distant piece of land. So it seems the copy was a failure. I must keep luring Sora to Castle Twilight and crush him once and for all. Wasn't he
Okay,
supposed to be in the recovery room?
No.
Okay, so Rain is dead, question mark? And why doesn't Riku just kill Sora right now? Why does it have to be Castle Twilight?
Okay,
No,
so
he-
first of all, I think you understand now why I have that paragraph specifically boxed out with the word "why" underneath it. But I'd like to point out, Dark Riku says the clone was a failure, but ostensibly Rain is fucking dead after having his guts brutally turned into mincemeat by the Sora clone. And the Sora clone... The only problem with the Sora clone was Sora looked at him and he said, "Wait a minute, but you are feeling things." And then Sora clone was like, "No, I'm feeling the gay," and then he left, fearing the gay.
Do you think Roxas, sorry, is eventually gonna come in and he's gonna be like, "Hi, I'm Roxas, aka the clone of Sora," and Sora's gonna be like, "Oh my god, it's you," and then Dark Riku's gonna be like, "Oh fuck you," and he's gonna kill like not Sora.
You'll find out.
Oh god,
So
I'm just waiting for the sex scenes.
So within these 2 chapters, so let's just recap real quick. So in these 2 chapters, so the first chapter just has Dark Riku getting his butt kicked where nothing happens, and then Mike Freedy proceeds to just one, introduce a new character, and I guess who just like he introduces characters and then just kills them off right afterwards.
He also introduces powers with no explanation. Like, why were the blades
twin
glowing
dragons,
white and
the
silver?
dark heaven.
What the fuck is the twin dragons? What is dark heaven? What the fuck is going on with Dark Riku? Is that just like his darkness powers coming? If I was
No,
like,
it's
I'm
Dark
gay,
Riku,
so
idiot.
do I get gay powers? Is that how it works? Do I just get
Remember-
rainbow?
Remember when Mike Freedy established a plot in exclamation points? All right, Sora, Xavier,
established a
Sky.
plot?
You're gonna save Angel. You're gonna go find Angel. You're gonna save her, and then they die. Wait.
Yeah, so I'd just like to point out the only interesting thing that has lasting repercussions from the beginning of the book is Angel is no longer with Sora, and Dark Riku is puffing and huffing and vaping that darkness all day long. That is the only
I almost
interesting
wanna
lasting thing.
I kind of want to read chapter 9. I need to know.
I don't.
We can read
I really.
chapter 9.
Trust
It's
me
another
when
10
I tell you.
episodes.
This is the most mentally draining 2 chapters.
I need you guys to understand, you are not fucking ready for the next 2 chapters right now. They are something else entirely. And they're long. Oh my god, they are long.
Has it
I wanna
has it
see
dawned
it.
on you we've only read 38 pages?
No! That's what's so confusing. We spent 3 fucking episodes just talking about, like, 2 chapters each. This is
We
Well,
read
ridiculous.
9 pages today.
Yeah, so the next 2 chapters are pages 39 to 52.
Oh,
Yeah,
They're
the
a
actual
lot.
length chapters. I am...
that's like 6 pages per chapter. That's almost okay.
Except it's not evenly spaced. It's like 4 pages for the first one, and then it's like 8 for the next one.
Have you skipped to the end to see how this story ends?
Yes, I did, and I can tell you, I have no conceptual ability to understand who the fuck the people are at the end, because I keep seeing all these names like Hayden and Elsa and Zephyr and Jaden and Hayden and Sapphire and people saying babe at each other.
So even with skipping to the end, you have no idea if like things are like actually like concluded.
Oh god! I just went to the end.
You know what Mike Freeney needs.
Yeah,
A
those are
Ghost
neat.
Rider?
So if you've ever picked up like a Star Wars Legends novel, like not the new stuff, but like a Legends novel, or you picked up one of the what?
So he needs an editor.
No. So I'm getting to. So if you pick up like a Warhammer like novel or a Star Wars novel, I'm sure other novels have this, but they have a dramatis personae at the beginning of the book that tells you like who all the characters are and what their roles are. So you know if you're like you know you just dropped in to whatever, like I don't know, you picked up Legacy of the Force book 5 and you're like, who's this? You can flip to the front of the book and go, oh, this guy's an Imperial officer, and then flip back. Or you know, it's basically so it's like, who's this? You can get an idea who this person is.
Don't you want to read?
And
the
I feel
book,
like
though?
Mike Freeney needs one of those.
You think
Alright,
he
hold
would
on.
be able to explain who these characters are?
He probably
Okay.
could. That's the sad thing.
I don't mean to alarm you, gentlemen, but there is a sex scene in this book. I
Yes!
just stumbled upon it accidentally.
Yes! Oh,
Is
Pogger,
it
Pogger.
as good? Is it as good as the one we found on Amazon?
yeah,
No, it is in
baby.
fact slightly worse. It is
Slightly
much-
worse or slightly better?
This is what I've been waiting for. This is what it's all about.
It lasts from beginning to end, foreplay to climax, one whole Mike Freeney page. The whole thing.
The Sora?
Foreplay-
Did Sora get laid?
No, it's two randos named Hayden and Elsa.
Who are these
I guess we'll learn who they
Why
are
are they
eventually.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll eventually get to them. Well, give me a second. Let me just check Mike Freeney books real quick.
Oh god.
Because this has, like, these characters, these actual, like, I guess, big air quotes, original characters. Yeah, they're part of the, they're part of the spin-off series.
Oh dear.
Well, yeah, I guess you spun them off.
Oh dear. There is another sex scene the page before that one.
Yes!
And it lasts a whole
Yes!
it lasts a whole 3 paragraphs.
Oh my
And
is
then
it
it
with?
cuts
Who
to
is it
the
with?
other sex scene.
Who
It is
is it with?
between
I need a quote. Give me an excerpt, please. Like a sentence.
let's see here.
Oh
What's
my
a
God.
good one?
Guys,
Oh, they left behind their blades and clothes on the floor.
oh my god, no way, hold on. Hold on, I have to find out Chain of Memories. When was this created? Chain of Memories created in 2016.
Actually, no, I'm wrong. That sex scene lasts a paragraph. It lasts a single paragraph. Because they're getting into a sleeping bag together, and then suddenly the girl's like, hey, let's have sex, and the guy says, yeah, sure, and then they have a quickie, and then it's over.
Confined with it, like now I have questions. Were they
So-
confined in the sleeping bag and they're just fucking rubbing against each other?
I just wanna alright, so I have some big news.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at the synopsis for all the Chain of Memories stuff.
Uh-huh.
There is no mention of Sora in the sequel.
Oh no.
It takes
I know, I think it's in the 3rd book where fucking Jason Solo turns Terra to the dark side and Terra becomes Kylo Ren.
Yeah, so Chain of Memories is followed up by Chain of Broken Memories, which is filled with like actual original characters, big air quotes. Followed up by Chain of Faded Memories. Chain of Broken Memories takes place 5 years after Chain of Memories, and Chain of Faded Memories takes place 100 years after Chain of Broken Memories.
So is this book going to wrap up its entire plot in the first book? And then
Probably.
just bring in a new one?
So I'm looking
So-
at it. It looks like it actually wraps up most of its plot halfway through, and then the second half is actually like a different book that's with this one.
Huh. Okay, and then Chain of Forgotten Memories, a Chain of Broken Memories story, takes place 20 years after Chain of Broken Memories and 80 years before Chain of Faded Memories. So it's a prequel. So we're
Mike
getting
Freedy be like,
a Kingdom
"Parkour."
Hearts timeline. And then, to add more insult to injury, there is Chain of Lost Memories, a Chain of Memories story, which takes place 19 years before Chain of Memories and 1,000 years after Legends of the Ancients. And Legends of the Ancients is a prequel.
Is it a real book?
No, Legend of the Ancients is the spin-off series.
Oh, okay, because I thought we didn't know what that was, because I remember when we saw it.
It is literally just, if you look at the last book in the spin-off series, Clash of the Ancients Redemption, that's essentially from that series. So this
That's
takes
the
place.
title.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. Katara is in the the spin-off series.
Yeah.
So it is so baffling that we are first of all getting a book that is like, you know, Chain of Memories, and then after that we get a sequel, and then we get a way further off sequel, and then we get a prequel to the original book, and then we get a prequel to that. No, sorry, my bad. We get the first book, then we get the sequel, then we get the sequel to the sequel, and then after that we get a prequel to the sequel. And then after that,
Interquel.
yeah, the interpol. So we get the interpol between the sequel and the sequel, and then we get the prequel to the first book.
That's also a sequel to the spin-off series.
That is also it's also a sequel to the spin-off series. And if you really want to get crazy, I'm 95% sure that we never hear of Sora ever again.
I need to do a PSA real quick to
Yeah,
all
what's up?
aspiring writers and people watching this podcast. It is okay to write fan fiction. It's okay to write whatever kind of wacky crossover you can imagine. But if you're writing what I'm assuming is original work, like Chain of Memories is definitively a novel. You can't just keep aping names and characters and elements to make up your own story. Make original characters.
If you want to write your own book, learn how to write and read before you start writing the book.
I can excuse the Terra turning into Kylo Ren and existing with Jason Solo and there being Katara and Sora and whoever else, but this isn't a fan fiction. This is someone's written
This is a
work.
novel. This is a novel you are charging money for. It needs to have a general baseline of quality and originality.
It just occurred to me.
Imagine if
should
50 Shades of
probably-
Grey came out as a Twilight fan fiction.
We should probably buy all of the books before the series gets too popular, because something tells me Michael Thomas Freeney may have some problems if people start to pursue the book legally.
Well, here's also the thing that as we mentioned before when we first read it, the Kingdom Hearts fandom is sleeping on this novel. This is
All of the fandoms
screw
in
that
this
guy
are
on
sleeping
Reddit.
on this novel.
Yeah, but primarily Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. Screw that guy on Reddit who told me I was advertising my own book and that this wasn't worth looking at. This is a meme gold mine. There should be people getting kicked in the guts as a meme.
Hold on, guys. There was a review by someone named Erica from 2019 for Ursula Azure of the Ocean Rebirth.
On
Which is
Amazon?
part of the-
Review.
No, on the official MikeFreeneyBooks.com.
What is it?
It just says, and I quote, 5 stars, the best book I ever read. I loved it.
Okay, how is her name spelled, Michael?
Erika.
That's his wife.
And
That
then
was
there's
his
my,
wife,
and then there's,
Erica Freeney.
and then there's my book, or my review, which is by far one of the greatest reads I've had in a while. It was a punch in the gut with every detail. Definitely up there in my all-time favorite books. Well worth the money.
It made my eyes widen.
My eyes widened to the new sensations.
I fell on the ground, sliding backwards on a landmass. With how
I
much
was
this
thrown
book.
into a landmass of quality.
So, I have a lot of commission money. I've decided on myself. I am buying all the rest of the books just because I'm curious.
There's
I'm
so
just
much
because
content,
I'm curious.
though.
Just because I'm curious.
Is this what, like, the memory verse? Is it the Freeney verse?
I'm gonna
I'm
call
gonna
it.
call it the Freeney verse because that's
Yeah.
funnier.
And instead of calling it a timeline, we're gonna call it a chain of memories.
No, we just call it the chain for short. Check the chain. We need to
of
write-
unfortunate
yeah,
events.
yeah.
We need to write a timeline of like
I
events
have-
that happen.
I
I'm
have
writing one
officially.
right now, actually. I've
I
been keeping track of
officially
special
have-
notes.
Yeah, I have officially purchased the rest of the books. I don't know where I'm going to store them.
Do you get a sale for the omnibus, or is it like all of them combined?
It is all of them
No,
combined, but I
they're
pay one
separate.
$5 shipping rate.
Well, that's pretty decent.
Yeah.
Mike Freeney should seriously just compile it into one huge tome.
I want that. I want a huge ass fucking encyclopedia.
I don't think
of
that should be
all the
allowed,
books.
Because that's like a lethal weapon.
You say, I want the box set. I want a hardcover copy of every single book.
Yeah, I would actually like this if it was a more hardcover instead of like the wimpy limp dick cover.
Like, I'm going to.
I hate
I'm-
paperback.
Yeah, I am going to be like keeping every single copy like on my shelf. So when the eventual day that I get like really bored one night in my old age, I can sit down and go, Chain of Memories. I don't remember this. And then I open it up and the first thing I'm going to read is the son of the greatest hero ever lived.
All right.
We should also mention, if you're curious about buying the book, we have an affiliate link, and it's super
Yes.
easy to set up that anyone can set it up. So we have an affiliate link. So if you want to purchase the first book, please do so in the link so we can get a small cut of the money that is earned. I'm not shitting you. This is something we can do.
That's true.
And honestly, it is a funny book. I think at some point, when I get through it, I'm going to compile what I believe are the best chapters to read out of context. So if you decide to go to a party and you are insane enough to bring this with you, you can just crack open to a certain chapter and have a grand old time.
Yeah.
We're actually coming up to my favorite part, which is chapters 11, 12, and 13. Those are the most ridiculous chapters I've read so far, and they're also the last chapters I've read.
Oh yeah, I popped back in. Well, I was going to pop back on Instagram to see if Sulk Tara ever got back to me in that DM I sent her, but my account got locked because apparently my account got hacked, and I don't care enough to fix it.
Your account got hacked for what?
Instagram.
Oh, that's
Damn,
fair.
I mean, she's on Twitter. We could always shoot her a DM if we want to still try to get that interview.
You should probably do that. That feels like the best way to contact her.
How do you spell
Probably,
Silktara?
SILKETARA.
Her art has actually improved.
She's good.
Yeah, she's a good artist.
Yeah.
Thank God
I-
she was on this project because she's the only one who did her job correctly.
I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea how I even was able to set up the affiliate stuff.
Like, what do you mean? I mean, it's not like Mike Freeney watches this podcast or knows we exist.
I know, but it's one of those things where it's like you have to look for it specifically on the website.
Uh-huh.
But once you do, you can set it up. I forget what you get a commission rate of 5%.
Oh, damn. Silktara has a comic.
Huh.
Yeah, on Webtoons, it's called Insignia.
Yeah.
How good is it?
It
know?
looks really
I
good.
have yeah, the art is great.
I'll have to check it out sometime because I've been getting into webtoons a lot more. So,
You said that Silktara did the cover art, right?
Yeah, Silktara
she
does the
did.
cover art.
Yeah, as well as all the character posters and stuff that's on the Mike Freeney website.
She did a lot for this project. Like, a lot. Like, and it is really difficult to overstate how much she did. It must be in the hundreds of portraits she did.
yeah, it's kind of insane. So, well, sad news is that I can no longer access my affiliate stuff.
Ouch.
Didn't you put it in the first episode?
I did, but I'm trying to log in.
Also, we
cut
should
out
probably
the
wrap
episode
up
here?
this episode.
Yeah, I think that was a good time to wrap it up.
Yeah.
So, thank you for listening. Again, if you are curious about it, if you want to read it, if you want to buy it, $20, 20 bones. Go through the affiliate link so we can get a small cut of that, or go through Amazon if you have Prime. Any last remarks, gang?
This was painful.
The next two chapters are going to be even worse than these last chapters.
Oh.
And the
All right,
chapters
see you
after
guys.
that are going to be even worse.
Come back next week and we'll be reading a better book.